Have you ever heard a voice so powerful it felt like thunder? A voice that resonates through history, leaving an indelible mark on the world. Genghis Khan, the legendary warrior, once declared with unwavering conviction, "I am the punishment of God." He wasn't born into royalty, he didn't inherit a kingdom or a vast fortune. Instead, he built one of the largest empires in history, a sprawling dominion that stretched across continents. He rose from almost nothing, a testament to his indomitable will and strategic genius. His story stretches from the cold, unforgiving plains of Mongolia, where survival was a daily battle, to the edges of Europe, impacting cultures and civilizations along the way. Genghis Khan was more than a conqueror, a mere warlord seeking territory. He was a visionary who united warring tribes, forging a nation from disparate groups. He established a unified legal code and created new laws, bringing order and structure to his vast empire. He believed he was chosen by the eternal blue sky, a divine mandate guiding his actions, sent to bring order to a divided world, to unite humanity under a single banner. His words weren't just threats, empty boasts of a power-hungry tyrant. They were a mission statement, a declaration of his purpose and unwavering resolve. He saw himself as a force of nature, an unstoppable phenomenon, destined to reshape the world, to leave an enduring legacy for generations to come. For Genghis Khan, his conquests were a warning, a sign of the times. Change was coming, and he was its messenger, ushering in a new era of Mongol dominance. His legacy, a world forever changed by the thunder of his ambition, a world that still feels the reverberations of his actions today. To truly understand Genghis Khan, we must first picture the world into which he was born, a world steeped in chaos and uncertainty, a world with no internet, no phones, no instant communication. It was a world defined by endless wars, constant conflict and broken promises that meant very little. Rulers were often greedy, driven by personal ambition and the relentless pursuit of power. Alliances were fragile, shifting like sand in the wind, easily broken by betrayal and political maneuvering. And ordinary people, the common folk, suffered the most under the weight of this instability. It was in this tumultuous environment that Genghis Khan grew up, shaped by its harsh realities. He was betrayed early in life and left to survive in the unforgiving wilderness, learning resilience and self-reliance. When his messengers, carrying vital diplomatic communications, were brutally killed by foreign rulers, it solidified his worldview. He saw it as undeniable proof of a deeply corrupt and unjust world riddled with deceit and treachery. He came to believe that his invasions were not acts of random violence, but rather inevitable consequences of this widespread corruption. If you had not committed great sins, he famously told his enemies, God would not have sent a punishment like me. In his own eyes, he was not a conqueror, but an instrument of justice. He was a fire, burning away the old order, cleansing the world of corruption to make room for something new and, in his view, better. His conquests were undeniably harsh and often brutal, but he saw them as a necessary means to an end, a way to restore order and establish stability in a chaotic world, like a powerful storm clearing the air after a long period of oppressive heat. He believed that even through immense destruction, a new era of rebirth and prosperity could emerge. Genghis Khan's arrival on the world stage was both a reckoning for the old ways, and in his vision, a chance for a new beginning, a fresh start for humanity. What did it truly mean to be known as the punishment of God? It's a weighty title, one that carries the echoes of destruction and the promise of a new order. For Genghis Khan, it was a complex equation, a delicate balance of consequences, unwavering unity, and perhaps surprisingly, profound humility. He saw himself as an instrument. He firmly believed that kingdoms and empires didn't simply crumble by chance. They fell because of their own internal rot, their inherent cruelty, and their blinding arrogance. And he saw his fearsome, unstoppable army as the direct result of their poor choices, a reckoning brought about by their own actions. He united the disparate and often warring Mongol tribes, forging a single powerful force from what was once fragmented chaos, channeling that energy into collective strength. He saw it as more than just conquest. He saw it as his destiny, a divinely appointed task to bring order, his order, to a world he perceived as fractured and lawless. Wealthy rulers, blinded by their own opulence and power, consistently underestimated him and his vision. But through his conquests, he relentlessly proved that no one, regardless of their status or perceived invincibility, is above the reach of justice. After the initial wave of conquest and upheaval, a period of relative stability began to emerge. A new legal code was established, trade routes were secured, and a sense of safety and security flourished throughout his vast empire. The Silk Road, the vital artery of commerce between East and West, thrived under his protection. And for the first time in a long time, people could travel with a reasonable expectation of safety across the breadth of his expansive empire. Genghis Khan's message, etched in blood and stone, was undeniably clear. He wanted to show that actions, both good and bad, have far-reaching consequences, and that true, lasting strength can only be forged through unity. His legacy, therefore, was not solely defined by destruction and bloodshed. It also laid the foundation for a more interconnected and, in some ways, a more unified world, bridging disparate cultures and economies. In his complex and often brutal mind, punishment, however harsh, was ultimately intended as the first necessary step toward building a better, more ordered future. Before he was Genghis Khan, he was Temujin, a boy born in a yurt on the Mongolian plains. His father's murder left his family abandoned and struggling to survive. Temujin faced hunger, captivity and betrayal, but learned resilience and determination. He built alliances through loyalty and courage, not just blood ties. His friendship and rivalry with Jamukha shaped his belief in rewarding merit over birth. These hardships taught him the value of loyalty, justice and strength. Temujin never forgot what it meant to be powerless. He grew into a leader who demanded order and rewarded loyalty, reshaping the world with hard-won lessons. The boy who survived against all odds became the man who changed history. Genghis Khan called himself a punishment from God, but what does that mean for us now? His story teaches us to take responsibility. Our choices shape our future. Arrogance led to the downfall of kings. Humility and listening are still vital today. He united divided tribes, showing the power of working together. We don't need armies to make change. Small acts of justice and kindness matter. His harsh methods aren't for our time, but his drive to create order from chaos inspires us to be forces for good. We can build a better world by standing up for what's right and helping others. So, what kind of change will you bring to your world?